Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's calsoscoped back with another video, and today I'm just gonna show you guys a super quick way to get rid of highlights on someone, on a player, a subject, whatever you want to call it. So you guys see that Ashley Moyer guys is right here, and she has like this red rim light running across her arm, and we do not like that, okay? Because we want to do an edit, but we want to get rid of those harsh highlights so that we can have a base canvas, so we don't have to worry about switching the color and all of that. So let's do a simple, easy way. So all you're gonna do is go to this semicircle down here on the bottom right. This is gonna bring up your adjustments, and we're going to add a hue and saturation adjustment. All right, so let's click it and let's add that on. Gonna use this this little finger touch thing here. Okay, so click on this, and it's gonna bring up the eyedropper tool. Now, what you're gonna want to do is see like these red highlights here. We're gonna pick a point and try to pick a point that's more saturated. And what saturation basically is, understanding in an easy way, is saturation is having more of a color, the purest tones of the color. So look for the purest like red that's on her arm. I'm gonna pick an area. Let's see, I'll just pick right here. Okay, so I picked that area. Now nothing happened yet, but do not worry. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring our hue all the way up, and we're gonna also bring our saturation all the way up. What are you doing, Cal? Why would you do this? Well, okay, so now we have our hue and saturation all the way at 100. So let's go down here and let's see our bar, right? So this bar is going to control the color range or the saturation range, whatever you want to call it. So if we move this bar, it's gonna have different selected artifacts. And the artifacts we want to select are just her arm. We don't want everything else covered. So her arm that's really saturated, we're gonna just get in that area go in the middle of this box, this line in the middle of those two things. I'm gonna zoom up on it because it's really hard to explain. I'm gonna zoom up on it in the video. Okay. So just go in the middle of this thing. We're gonna drag it until we get to a point where we see just the part we want to get desaturated or get the highlight out. So boom, I'm right there. Nice. Now you could go ahead and do the next step without doing this, but these end lines right here, see these end markers? These control the feathering, okay? So these control the feather of the mask, and what you want to do is have a like nice smooth feather, because you don't want a blocky feather, because then when you try to like adjust it, it's not going to be smooth. So try to get this feather to a smooth area. You're just going to have to play around with it a little bit, and also you can move these two in between lines a little bit as well. They're not going to do too much, but they can also help with the feather, okay? So once you have a nice feather, I think we're almost there. Let's just play around a little bit more. Right, I think that's cool right there. Okay, so once you have that nice feather on your mask, or whatever you want to call it, since it's the hue and saturation, right? So once you have that nice feather, what you're gonna do is set saturation back down to 0. Boom, and we're gonna set our hue back down to 0. Now it looks like nothing happened, but let's try this again. Let's try and move our saturation all the way down now. And you guys see right there, it's getting rid of the highlights, okay? And theoretically, you could actually change the color of the highlights too. So see how it's like the mask is off her face and it's going on other parts? Do not worry, because we're just gonna use a layer mask and fix that. But I just want to desaturate this and make it not as bright. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this is before and after. It's a big difference, right? A really big difference, okay? And then just to get rid of the parts that I don't want, so say like her face and stuff, I'm just gonna use my black brush, and I'm going to I'm gonna soft brush it out. All right, bring back her lips. You could bring back these red highlights, but we got rid of them for a purpose. Maybe you want to bring back some of her like fingernail color. I mean, that's up to you. I still think that's pretty saturated, so I would probably leave it out. But that's just me. Maybe I dropped the flow down to like 11 or something, but we're getting into like too much of like stuff that's not that important for this video. So guys, all you have to do, add a hue and saturation adjustment layer, right? I'm just gonna do it really quick again. So add a hue and saturation adjustment layer. Use the finger tool, the finger pointer thing. Click the area that you want to desaturate, right? Bring your hue all the way up. Bring your saturation all the way up. Slide this feather thing to the point you want to feather it out. Play around with your feathers so you have a nice mask. It's not going to be perfect every time. Alright, set it back to 0. Oh god. Set it back to 0, desaturate it. And there you go. You have a nice way to get rid of highlights on a subject, and this is going to come in very handy. So let me know if it does, and make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section below if this helped. I hope it did. And that's going to do it for the tutorial. Whatever you guys want to learn next, just let me know. I want to drop a confetti tutorial very soon as well. But yeah, man, that's going to do it for the video. And it's been calsoscoped. So until next time, make sure you guys stay scoped and do not miss the next video, because we will be